we are visionaries. Like we can start many things.
Yeah.
And I think for a while I felt really bad about that. Like I felt like I was doing too much, and I got told that all the time. You're doing too much. You need to calm down. And it was hurtful to me because I'm like, no, this is literally like who I'm created to be.
Felt like I needed to show people like, okay, I can do all these things.
You know what the universe, God was really like doing for me in this season of this weird gap was just allowing me to kind of like let go of like feeling like I have to be in chaos mode and like let, you know, things come to me that I really feels aligned with what I want to do.
And it's okay to slow down.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Mapuana Reed Show. Today I got my girl Allie with me, and I cannot wait for you all to learn about all the wonderful things she is doing. She's a wife, she's a mom, she owns multiple businesses. But welcome to the show, friend.
Thank you. It's so good to be here.
Yeah. I just love everything that you have been doing over the last couple of years. Let's dive into it. What do you have going on?
Okay, so I'm Ali Nanne, obviously, as we know or heard. I'm a mother of 3 little boys, 7, 5, and 2. We just recently moved to Florida from Minnesota. So it's been a chaotic summer. I had a nanny for 5 years and suddenly don't have her anymore. And I've been learning that she did a lot more than I realized.
Yeah.
Like laundry, I was like, no one warned me how much laundry she was doing.
You're like, these boys are dirty. They have all these clothes.
And just like, I didn't realize, like, I didn't appreciate her as much as I thought I always showed her my appreciation, but I didn't realize the extent of the stuff she was doing, like the dishes and the laundry. And so just going back into like motherhood and being very present with my boys has been my last few months. I took a lot off my plate. So sold Lab Collective in May, 2 days before we moved.
And what was Lab Collective?
So Lab is a lash aesthetic and brow bar med spa in Edina, Minnesota.
Okay.
Just one location. Sold that. So we started going back and forth with the buyer in August of 2024, and the deal actually we kind of like backed off of the deal, and then she came back, and there were so many people interested in it, but she was the one that I was feeling really aligned with. So we got to a good place and finally closed May 6th. And I think we closed on our house May 9th.
Oh my gosh.
So
and that's when I had my event on May 4th, and I wanted you to come to Hawaii, but you couldn't because you're in the process of,
Yes, I was so sad. It was like right when I was moving, and we didn't have, with this builder, we only knew, I think it was like 6 weeks or 4 weeks in advance when we could close. So I just couldn't commit, but I was so sad. I had severe FOMO. But and then, I still own Arch, which is a rental salon. I am now silent partner, so that has been actually a blessing.
Nice.
So when I moved, this kind of went into fruition in January of 2025. Right after we opened our second location, I moved into a silent partner role, and it was hard at first because I was so used to the chaos of every day. Like, I'm up, I'm going to work, and I'm responding to all of our renters or my employees at Lab. And so it was a little bit of an identity crisis for a little bit after we moved. It was probably like one of the hardest few months of my life. Just so much change. Like Lab was off my plate. I'm a silent partner. Suddenly a stay-at-home mom trying to teach my kids because we took them out of school a month early.
Wow.
So I was all of a sudden like a teacher, a mom, like a stay-at-home mom. And gosh, that was like the hardest job out of any jobs I've ever had.
Wow.
So, but it's been the best blessing to
Yeah.
have this all kind of happen at once. And then the Poconos Club, so the land in Pennsylvania that we own, is also a golf course, and we actually decided to go through the PGA to hire.
Yes,
it was the best,
girl, yes.
best ever to hire a GM. And my husband was in charge of the interviews, and he is like the golden retriever type of person who loves everybody.
Okay.
And he couldn't decide between these 3 people. So
Okay.
he's like, let's just hire all 3 and put them into different roles, you know?
Oh, smart.
And that saved everything. I haven't really done one thing for Poco in the last
Wow.
couple months because our GM he moved his whole family to Stroudsburg, where it is, and just took control, and it's
Wow.
been amazing. Yeah.
Talk to me about how did you guys acquire that land and how all that came about?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Because I was like, wait, what? You own that now? Like,
That
it's like
was
so
crazy.
opposite of like the lashes. And then you
I
also
know.
have another business that we'll jump into also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all of a sudden one day we were going to he was 4 at the time, my little one's like t-ball game.
Okay.
And my husband's like, yeah, this thing showed up in Ryan, who's our business partner's email. It went to his spam, but it's this land that's up for auction, and it's 400 acres of developable land with a golf course, and it was owned by the township municipality, and so it was dirt cheap. What we felt was pretty cheap for what you're getting.
Yeah.
And so we're like, why not bid on it? Not really thinking we'd actually get it.
Yeah. Like, this might be fun to just try.
We're like, we love a dabble, you know, let's
Yeah.
just try it.
Yeah.
And so we put this bid in, pretty low bid, and we're on this call with, it was like the township's like meeting or something. And they're going through each bid that they got, and the highest bidder wins the land.
Yeah.
And so we get to like, she's reading in no particular order, like each bid that she got.
Yeah.
And she gets to the second one, and she's about to get to ours, and the Zoom call, they didn't pay for like the over the 45-minute.
No.
So it dropped.
Girl.
And
That
I
is
was like, wait.
that was God right there. Yeah.
So it's like the adrenaline rush. Like,
Oh my
so
gosh.
then we get back on the call, and they're like, yes. And like Ryan Schmidt, who it was like all through his name, he's our partner in this, wins the bid at X amount of money, and we will close in however many days. And we were like, oh my God, we got it.
Oh, wait, can you imagine the person who didn't pay for over 45 minutes? They might have been like, fuck! Like, what?
Literally. We were like,
Oh
you're
my
kidding me right now.
gosh.
So we were like, oh my God.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was good. Yeah, we got it. And we were right above like a hotel developer group, because they wanted the land, but they didn't want the golf course, which most people didn't want the golf course.
Why?
Golf courses, well, one, it was the actual clubhouse was just not taken care of.
Oh.
So we knew we had to gut that out. And then golf courses just naturally, they just don't do super well. Like you break even or you go a little above.
Okay.
But the restaurant and the activities and the club and social aspect is what makes the money. And there wasn't any of that at the time.
Wow.
So the bar wasn't functioning. We had to re-get like the liquor license, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been a lot.
Wow. That is a wild story.
I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's good. We're at a place right now with it that, so I put in a lot of like sweat equity into the space. I had my architect drop these beautiful plans for it, but when I really spent time there, I realized it was a little bit too much for the demographic. Like they didn't really care about the paneling on the wall or the wall, like I took too much time in the details because of previous build outs I've done, was more of like a luxury salon type of build out. So we just realized we don't actually need to put this much money into this building.
Okay.
Like we just need to get it looking nice and get people in here.
Yeah.
And I was there talking to the locals and just kind of like, okay, what do you guys like want or need? And I went to every hotel. I stayed at every hotel in that area just to like really get a feel of the area. Went to multiple restaurants. It was a lot of pubs, like grills, bar type places. So I was like, what is needed here. And then I talked to a lot of people. They would actually just kind of stop by when they saw any activity there because it just hadn't been utilized. And I was like, they were like, yeah, we used to spend every Friday, Saturday here. It used to be like the place to go where we'd feel like there was community. And I was like, that is such good information. Like if we get this even looking somewhat decent, I think will be great, you know, and we get some food going. But I mean, when we started to really, I was there for like a week straight gutting everything myself, like from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. I was going through every drawer, all the offices. It was disgusting.
I saw on your social media, you're painting, you're doing like all of that.
And then I just hired a bunch of people. I'm like, okay, I can get this done. I'm going to bring in painters. I'm going to go pick out the paint. I'm going to have cleaners deep clean the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I just started to like really divide and conquer. The outside could have been really pretty. I realized if we got new like mulch and planted flowers and planted stuff, this could actually look somewhat alive again.
Yeah.
So there was this tree farm and this guy that owned it down the road, and I was like, hey, could you guys bring over like a bunch of mulch, remulch, and like, can you use your expertise? I don't care what you do, just make this look nice. And he just like killed it and changed the look from the outside.
Yeah.
And then I just painted things and refreshed it, and it was enough for now.
Yeah.
So we're thinking we might, you know, do some things this summer or this winter there just to get people in the door, like simulators and stuff. But we're not sure. But we're definitely not going to do the original plan. So that changed. And then with the land, we're trying to figure out a joint venture. We've had a few offers on the land. So we're kind of debating, okay, do we sell it and then have some sort of buyback in, you know, where someone can actually develop it and do what they do best? Or could we do some sort of joint venture where they're running with it, we're operating the course, but we still get a piece of the pie? You know what I mean? So right now we're kind of in talks with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping something's got to happen soon, whether, you know, it's either we're going to sell and let Ryan run with it, or we'll buy him out and we'll do something, you know, joint venture wise. So
that is amazing.
Yeah. A lot of changes right now, but we'll figure it out.
Okay. And then what about the drywall? You still got that?
Gypsum. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like random, like, and I do drywall.
I don't have a whole lot to do with that, but that was so fun. Like when I, you know, with the marketing side of it, backing up a little bit, Lou had applied, he was talking to the state all the time about gypsum and the power of it and how it's organic, and drywall is a hazardous waste. Say you're taking down a building or you're renovating, drywall actually becomes hazardous waste. So if you can break it back down into that compound, it's gypsum. So gypsum is a compound powder that can be used for so many things on farms. Like they're amazing. It's amazing for crops. So it's like a natural fertilizer. It can be drywall. It can be used in a million things. And so then Lou was doing more studies. So he figured out when Lou's my husband, by the way, when Ukraine and Russia all was going on. He realized there's going to be a huge shortage in gypsum, and that the prices. So I don't really know the story on that. He tells it better, but he found it as an opportunity to get involved. So he bought into, after many talks with our partners Travis and Allie, we earned their trust and we bought in at 50%. And Lou's running with more of the business side, and Travis is more hands-on, like doing the dirty work, and he's amazing at it, and he runs the team and stuff. But we got the grant. The state actually winked, kind of wink, we're adding gypsum onto this, so you can now apply, type of thing. And so he got a huge grant. So we're still trying to figure out how we want to utilize that. We almost had people buy in with us because they had a lot of equipment that we needed. And we did testing for animal bedding, And we did things with chickens, and we realized the mortality rate with gypsum was way down. So
Wow.
for farmers, that's huge.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when they get like the flus or the,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys have that on your farm or not, but
We don't. Well, I have a ulu farm, so it's like breadfruit. So I don't have like
okay,
animals.
you don't have
yeah.
animals, but
Yeah.
yeah, so it's going well. They're just kind of trying to figure out the route they want
Wow.
to take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super involved with it, but it went from like beauty to talking about like manure blends, and I was just like, this is not it for me.
You're like, I don't think I really like this one.
I was like, okay, like cow manure with gypsum. Wait, okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you guys own multiple businesses. How do you know, like when an opportunity arrives, like how do you know to say yes or to say no? And
Yeah. You know, I used to really rush into things, and
because everything seems exciting, right? Like,
Yeah.
like when an opportunity, you're like, oh my gosh, it sounds great. Like I would love to do this.
exactly. I have to really like, I get excited, you know, when there's an opportunity, and I am used to just jumping in and, you know, I go all in on it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I kind of look into three things. It's like alignment, like, does this align with like the life style that I want? Scalability, like, is this something that, you know, is going to make me a bottleneck in the business, or am I able to kind of go scale it and then step out? And then just like longevity, like in 5 years from now, is it going to be financially worth it? So I try to really look into that. If it's not like those three yeses, then I'm just kind of like, it's not worth it. So now we're at a place where we're kind of like letting things off of our plate to like really allow things to come in. And I've been planning something really exciting since actually 2024 February. I filed the trademark, and yesterday I had my first meeting for that with a manufacturer in LA. So I'm really excited, and I think, you know, what the universe, God, was really like doing for me in this season of this weird gap was just allowing me to kind of like let go of like feeling like I have to be in chaos mode, and like let, you know, things come to me that I really feels aligned with what I want to do.
And it's okay to slow down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was hard for a while for me. Yeah. A lot of tears this summer of just like, you know, letting go of that identity.
Yeah.
Which it was hard for a little bit, but it's been good.
Well, everything was new. A new house.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. And the kids didn't have their friends yet. So I'm trying to plug them into all their activities, and, you know, they missed some of their buddies. And so that was sad. And then, you know, but it's been so peaceful. Like, me and Lou dealt with some pretty icky stuff this past year. Just crazy rumors, and just really things that made it hard on our marriage for a little bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the end of the day, we're like, we can let this take over our family, or we can, like, you know, until there's anything that proves otherwise, we're in this together, and we need to go find our peace. And like, it was rumors like, oh, they're forced out of Minnesota, now they're moving for X, Y, and Z. And it's like, no, we are literally moving because we want to move.
Like, we chose this.
No one can force me to move.
Yeah.
So it's been just, a lot the past year.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I'm was seeking peace, to be honest.
Yeah. What was the hardest part with, did you feel like your identity was stripped away?
Yes, 100%. And I still kind of feel that way.
Yeah.
Because there's days where I'm like, oh my gosh, can I do this again? Like, I have been really hard on myself this past year. Just like, did I hit my peak? You know, like, am I even going to be successful if I do another thing? And it's just all those small things in your head that, like, this is why I surround myself with people like you and come to these events, because it makes me realize, like, no, I can do this. I can reinvent myself.
Yes.
Which is, I mean, you can speak to that.
Yeah. No matter what age you are, you can consistently reinvent yourself. Like, you're not meant to be the same character for your whole life.
Totally. Yeah. So just kind of rewiring that thought, because I've never really dealt with any like self-doubt. So it's been a new feeling for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've always felt very sure of what you were always doing.
Yeah. I was always kind of just like, eye on the prize and
go.
And now I don't know. I'm just in a season of I just need to like be and like work through some inner things. And I don't know. It's been strange for me, but I'm getting there. I think I really needed that this time to just focus on me.
Yeah.
So,
and sometimes we need to just come back home to ourselves just for a little bit.
Yes, exactly. And that's exactly what me and my husband both did this summer. So it's been good.
So with all these big projects you have going on, it can sometimes come with big challenges. Can you share a time that like a big challenge came up and how did you push through?
Yeah, let me think. I feel like it's been my life story.
You're like, which one?
Which
Pick one.
Yeah, I think, gosh, going back to like Face Foundry days was one of my biggest things I built. So 2018, me and a business partner started planning a facial concept, and we opened, our first location and then our second, and we're working on our third. And I missed like 8 months of my firstborn's life. Like I just was so busy and we had big plans for Face Foundry at the time. So we were scaling really quickly. And, I always said anything I build, family will always be first. And that was not how I was acting. So I wasn't following my own priorities I had set for myself. So, I knew things had to change, and it caused a ruckus in our partnership. And I decided to sell. But, when you create something and you put so much time and energy into it and you see it absolutely blow up, like I've had to watch it, which is amazing because, it's great. And no amount of money can pay me to be that stressed or miss my family as much as I was. Yeah. But, when you see it now and it's like locations literally everywhere, it's just, it's hard because I'm like, did I make a wrong decision? I always get in my head about that, but that's something I've worked on over the last few years is really just being at peace with I did make the right decision. My marriage is strong. It would have been strong if I would have stayed. Yeah. And just always staying in that true alignment with my priorities I set. Yeah. And that now again is kind of happening. There's a lot to figure out. There's always attorneys involved, and it's just always like it's a mental load, and it's hard.
How did you become this way? Did you grow up, like, were your parents entrepreneurs? Did they own multiple businesses?
Great question. Yeah. And actually, I've never really spoke about that, so I love that question. No, I didn't come from a rich household of any sort. I've never gotten funds from them to start a business. I've always bootstrapped all my businesses. My dad owns a restaurant, and my mom was the director of the probation offices in my county growing up. So she had a big job. Lots of, at that time, a woman in that role was not common. So she really paved the way of like a really hard worker, really strong woman. And my dad, he started his restaurant, I think, gosh, when was that? I must have been in like 6th, 7th grade. And I was a waitress there, and he paid me $5.25 an hour, which I look back and I'm like, how'd you get away with that? But
child slavery.
Literally. I'm like, wait. But
like, you owe me a check or two, okay?
Yeah. But I think that I've always just had a really strong work ethic. I always knew there was more, in store for me. I was from a really small town, Spicer, Minnesota. You guys would definitely not know where that is. But I always found myself wanting to go to the cities, and I just felt so stuck in a small town. It was not. I just knew there was a lot more for me. Yeah.
Did you leave when you were 18?
Yeah. I went to St. Ben, for my first year. Then, so no, actually I didn't leave till probably my sophomore year in college.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Then I went to the University of Minnesota and never left the cities after that.
And that's where you met your husband?
So no, we knew each other all through high school, and then we started dating in, I think, around my sophomore year in college. But he went to school in New York. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah. I had started well, actually, this is kind of a funny story. So the Lash Refinery, which was my first business.
Okay. And you were how old at that time?
So I was 17. I was still in Spicer. So this girl, she had started lashes, and that was like, I mean, one of the first people, I swear, doing lashes. And she was so busy that she's like, hey, do you have any interest in me like teaching you this? And I was like, sure, like this sounds fun. And I was into beauty stuff. I actually was a huge tomboy growing up, but I still like loved beauty. I don't know how that like worked out in my favor, but yeah, so she taught me, and then I took it with me to St. Ben's. I would lash people on my dorm bed. And then when I moved to the cities, I grew a great clientele. I always said yes to everybody. I was hustling those years of my life. I did it out of my apartment in the city in Minneapolis. And then all my clients followed me to St. Paul when I moved there, still doing it out of my apartment. And then me and my friend Hannah, we got this beautiful like penthouse, gorgeous apartment, and she did lashes as well, and we ran our businesses out of there.
Wow.
And then when was that now? So then I was in a little suite for a second while I was like getting married. Yeah. So one of the Phoenix Salon suites, and then I finally hired an assistant and realized, okay, I can make money while I'm gone. This is great. And then after that, I started my first like location for that, and it was like a 400 square foot space in Edina.
Wow.
And yeah, it was.
That's amazing.
Then Face Foundry happened. So yeah.
Okay, so it was the lashes first, then Face Foundry, and then what was as far as all of your businesses? What was after Face Foundry?
Yeah, so Lab, which I just sold.
Okay.
And then Arch, and my business partner in Arch worked for me at Lab, and so we went in on that together. And then, then what happened? And then the golf course happened. Okay. And Gypsum, kind of all that happened in 1 year. So 2024 was crazy for us.
That is bananas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But we were just in a risky season of life, like willing to take, the hard risk, and knew that it would be rewarding for us in the future.
There's so much of us in Expand. There's not actually a lot. There's a small group of us, but there's so much growth that has happened among all of us in such a short amount of time. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I'm always so curious. Like, I watch from afar, and I'm like, how do we all get this stuff done so quickly? Yeah. Like, we are just ready to rock.
Everywhere. Like, just pick one of us. Any expander, pick them. And it's like, she did this and this all in 1 year. She did this and this. She bought a golf course. She bought all the fun things.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty impressive. And that's why I love surrounding myself.
It's very badass.
It's so badass. And when I think that's really when I was willing to take the risk I think the golf course stuff happened. Gosh, was that after the first Expanders?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I think the second Expanders is when you mentioned it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know if we would have done that had I not gone to the first one.
Wow.
Because I just realized, okay, I'm not crazy. There's other women who love business as much as I do. Yeah. And this is who I'm meant to be. And learning about like human design at that first one, I was like...
Is that the first time you heard about human design? Me too. They're like, what's your human design? I'm like, I have no idea. I am a human female. I don't know what my design is.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, what human design? Yeah. What's a Scorpio?
Right. What are you?
Scorpio.
Okay. Yeah. So but as far as like, I'm manifestor generator.
Manifesting.
Is that what you? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. For human design.
That's the first time I heard of human design. And then my number is 5-1. I still got to figure all that out.
Yeah, I don't know like the number stuff. Yeah. But I've really looked into human design. I knew you were gonna say you were a Manny Gen.
Manny Gen. Yes. I want to start up all these different random businesses. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. I've really learned and come to terms with the manifesting generator. Like, we are visionaries. Like, we can start many things. Yeah. And I think for a while I felt really bad about that. Like I felt like I was doing too much, and I got told that all the time. You're doing too much. You need to calm down. And it was hurtful to me because I'm like, no, this is literally like who I'm created to be.
Yes.
Is like a visionary, a creator, like a brand builder. So when you say those things, it actually hurts my feelings.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I think when I really realized that is truly who I'm meant to be, it made my life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think for me, it made me feel like, can you just pick one thing? Like, you know, you want to do this and you want to do that and you want to do that. And then I just felt like I needed to show people like, okay, I can do all these things. It is possible. But I think from the outside, someone who's just looking is like you're like jack of all trades. What are you doing?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And like, that's not always a good look
Yeah,
like, from other people's
totally.
perspective. Like, you know, jack of all trades or being really good at one thing. And that's just
Right.
not who we're
Exactly.
designed to be, you
Yeah.
know, as manifesting generators. And I think that can it doesn't sit well in partnerships sometimes if they're not also a manifesting generator.
Right. Yeah.
Because I think my style of work is different than the other person's style of work. And sometimes it's hard to understand. Like for me, I could work on many things, but I'll focus on what's the most, like what needs my attention right now.
Yeah.
And I'll work really hard on that for like 2 weeks straight. And then I'm like, okay, I can take a breather now.
Yes.
I can go on to my next thing.
Yeah.
And I'll come back to this when it needs me.
Yeah.
But people don't always operate that way. So, you know, the consistency for some people is important, and that's just not how I work well, you know.
When you're going into business, do you look at it differently now than you did when you were younger? Like as far as human design, like who am I compatible with? And
Yeah, honestly, I think my Natalia and I have gotten really close. She's my best friend. I talk to her every single day.
Yeah.
And I really lean in on like, you know, her, to be honest, with partnership stuff now. And to be honest, I don't think I would go into another partnership unless it felt so aligned. It's just hard, you know, like I think, like I was just saying, different work styles and different, you know, lens of where you want things to go. For me, with my next thing, like I'm going all in, and it's like to me feels very risky. It's been something that's sat in my Google Drive for like 2 years.
Oh.
And but it's like, you know, a huge commitment, and it could be a huge fail or it could be a huge win.
But
So
you'll
it's
never
like,
know until you
know,
try. Everything is
exactly.
50-50. You got a 50-50 chance at all of it.
Yeah.
You're either going to try and you'll succeed or you'll fail, or you'll never try and it's 100% fail rate.
Yes.
So pick.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
50-50.
it's like, I'm going to sit here and always, especially this one,
Yeah.
wonder what it could have been. So it's, I'm excited to talk about it eventually. Yeah.
Do you feel like it needs to be birthed through you? Because I feel that way right now about this other business that I'm doing, that I feel like it needs to be birthed through me.
Yeah.
Like I need to create this.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's just burning in your body to like
Yes.
come out, you know?
Yeah.
Are you sharing that at all?
Yeah, well, it's called Mālama Rituals, and I'm doing like these lotion candles. It's like it's like things that we do, rituals we do every morning and evening, and then I'm tying it into like some Polynesian cultural stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, so I created a lotion candle. Girl, I shower by like candlelight. You light it, you shower, and when you're done, you pour it on your body, and it's a lotion, shea butter, cacao butter.
Can I test it?
Yes, I will send you one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
waiting for my wicks to come in so I can finish it all up, and I'll send you one. For
So
sure.
wow, how have you been doing this yourself for like a long time, or how did that
well,
come?
I just shower by candlelight, and then I started getting into candles. And my girlfriend had said, "Hey, you should." She said a massage candle. She's like, "Mops, you should make a massage candle." And I was like, "A massage candle sounds very kinky and like rated X slightly." I was like, "I don't think so, girl." And then and she was like, "No, I love a massage candle." And I was like, "No, I don't think that that's for me." And then I went home and I looked it up, and I was like, obsessed. So like, yeah.
Oh
And I
my
ordered all the
gosh.
ingredients, all the butters, everything. I ordered them all. I ordered the glass vessel. I ordered everything, and I tested it, and I was like so in love with it. But
Yeah.
it's just a way for you to come home to your body at night. Like we're out, we're giving, we're doing so much. But I just want to have an evening routine or a ritual that I come home to myself. I'm just in the shower. I put on my music. I light my candle. I shower. And like, I
Sounds
just give
lovely.
thanks to my whole body. Like I pour it on my hands, and like I'm 51 now. Like I look at my hands, and my hands are different. They're wrinkling and stuff. And I
you
look
look
at
amazing,
it. No, but I think to myself, I'm so grateful for these hands.
Yeah.
My legs, like the places I got to go today, my arms, like my skin is changing. I'm like the amount of people I got to hug with these arms.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, that makes
And I
me
just
wanna
go to
cry.
bed with so
Yeah.
much gratitude.
That is beautiful. I am so excited to see this come to life.
Yeah, I'm
Have you
excited.
gotten into like, have you seen all the different molds you can do with candles?
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
amazing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, my friend did this and she made like an Air Jordan shoe out of
Are
like,
you
a candle. And I was
serious?
like, wow, these are so cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Good for you. And
I'm
actually,
excited.
you know
Yeah.
what? We'll have to chat because what I'm doing, and I'll talk about it a little bit, is I've always been studying skincare, makeup.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I listen to what people want or need.
Mm-hmm.
And, with Face Foundry, I worked on doing a lot of the protocols. So I actually have my esthetician license. I don't know if you knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped out of college like 12 credits early because I was like, what am I going to do with a nutrition license? Like I already have a business right in front of me. So I went to Aveda. I've been studying the heck out of like skin, and I've tried 8,000 different products. And I'm like, okay, for the high achiever, the busy woman, the athlete, and so on, I want like athleisure for the skin, but in like makeup form. So Faceletic is what I trademarked in February, and that's the name, and I just loved it. I was like, that's so like
I love
so
that.
cute, and I
Yes.
can picture like, I live in athleisure. This is what I wear. So a makeup routine that is functional, that can last through, hours of go, like
Yes.
very well.
Yeah.
And for the active lifestyle too. So I'm like thinking, I really want this, but I'm also really stressed all the time. So could I create something that would help my like cortisol levels during the day?
Yeah.
Or there's actually some studies that we're doing right now where it can actually increase your oxytocin during the day. So these
Wow.
makeup products will have these adaptogens and mushrooms and
Oh my
and stuff in
gosh.
it so that it's responding to your stress levels through the
Wow.
day. Yeah. I'm
Oh,
really
I am
excited.
so excited to see
Yeah.
that come to life.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna kill it, girl,
It's
with
like
that.
neurocosmetics. So it's kind of a new category
Wow.
in the industry.
And everyone's into all of that right now. Everyone's really into like reading all the labels. Like, what am I putting on my skin? What is
Right.
this about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good
So
for you, girl.
I'm really excited. We had our first meeting yesterday, and the place I really want to work with, I'm so inspired by a lot of the brands they've worked with, and they have the capacity and capability to do all the things I want. So I'm super pumped.
Wow.
So it was really good.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is so,
But
so
it'll be like a
exciting.
2-year project. So
Yeah. But 2 years is fly by.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know me, I like to create a brand and launch it in like 2 months. So it's,
Right,
it's
yeah.
testing me
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But
You're like, it might be 2 years or maybe 2 months.
yeah. Yeah. But he's like, so when do you want to launch? And I'm like, ooh, like tomorrow. How can we create this in like 3 months? He's like, no, like this, I've done private label, products. I've
Yeah.
done stuff overseas,
Yeah.
and this is the first thing I'm like creating from scratch. So
Wow.
it's a big risky thing though. I mean, no one told me I have to commit to 10,000 units per product. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, what if I have all this inventory and I can't sell it?
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's a part of business.
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is scary.
I haven't
It
taken
is.
a risk like that yet.
Yeah.
So I'm stretching myself.
It's all about taking risks.
Yeah.
Like, do I do it? Do I not? Do I invest? Do I not? Yeah. But the bigger the risk, the bigger the payoff.
I'm hoping so.
So it's like, ah.
Prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been up to.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I just saw you. So now, when did I see you last? Just not that long ago.
Expanders.
Which
When
was when?
that?
4 months ago,
gosh,
maybe?
March? Was it
March.
March?
July, August. Oh, 5 months ago. So I just
Yeah.
saw you 5 months ago. In 5 months, and from then until now, I feel like so much has changed.
Yeah.
I'm going to see you in November. Are you going to Nashville?
I'm not this year.
What?
I know.
Oh.
I know. I don't know. I think with the move and everything,
Okay.
it wasn't a full body yes, but I
Okay.
want to. It could be
Okay.
a game time
You
decision.
might change your mind. Yeah.
We'll
Okay.
see.
Okay.
But with me not really, I need to just ground myself right now in like this focus of Faceletic.
Yeah.
And if I go, I know when I go to Expanders, I'm so inspired and I want to do all these different things, which is amazing. But I think right now, just knowing myself, I need to just focus on one thing.
Yeah. And that's the best thing about Expanders, because she'll have it again. And then you can just come to the next one.
I will, 100%. Yeah. I'm going to have severe FOMO, but
right. Yeah. That's how I am. I'm like, I'm not going to look at my phone. Like when everyone's together doing stuff, I'm like, I'm just going to be off of social media for the weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going?
I'm going to that one. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun one. I feel like Nashville is such a vibe.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about exactly what you said when you said it's a full body yes or a full body no.
Yeah.
Like, have you just recently started doing that? Like when something really just aligns with you, you listen to your body. In Hawaiian, we call it our na'au. So it's our gut. So like our gut would always tell us, like, this is a yes, this is a no. Down to the point, I remember taking my kids trick-or-treating and we went up to a house and I started to walk up and then my daughter walked up and she was just like, oh no. And I was just like, come on. And she's like, I don't feel like this is the house that I'm not going to walk there. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah. But like, I think it's so good to listen to your gut.
Oh my gosh. I think that is the most powerful part of a woman and anyone is really following their intuition with that.
Yes.
There's times where I totally know what your daughter's feeling like, where something is just off and you're like, I don't know what it is and I don't really care. It's not happening because it just does not feel good right now.
Yeah.
And I have totally leaned into that and trusted my gut more than ever. I feel like also just as a mother now, it's just more intensified. Like if something is feeling off with our kids, we just know,
Yeah.
And it's just become such a powerful thing for me. And actually at the first Expanders with Francesca there, that's when I really like dove headfirst in acting on intuition, because that was like a game changer for me.
Wow.
Yeah. And just like doing a little breath work or taking a moment to just be like, okay, why did I just feel triggered by that? And also like doing some work around it. And I think actually Lindsay might have said something like this on a podcast or something when I was listening to her was, I know I was on a call with her. She's like, when you feel these icky feelings or something's off, like sit with it and ask why did I feel that way, or like why did I get triggered by that? And even in the breathwork sessions that I got so deep into, it helped me learn about myself more, and like going back to childhood and why I might be triggered by certain things that seem silly, now, but it all makes sense when you actually sit and think about why did that feel so off. But, sometimes just like listening to that can be the most powerful thing.
Yeah. You also got certified, right?
I did.
Let's add that, people, to the list. She's also a certified. She can do breath work. Hypnobreathwork.
I just was so like, when I first did it, I remember it, you probably remember too. She's like, you might feel like you're having a panic attack. I'm like, nothing can crack me open. Like no breath work is going to make me feel that way.
You're like, I'm just going to be breathing in this. I was like, I don't think so.
It's just like, sometimes like the woo-woo stuff, I used to not be very open to it. And now I'm like, what did you just do to me in 30 minutes? Also, like, how did I work through so many things without having to talk? Because for me, like therapy and talking about it is actually doesn't benefit me very much, because I get very exhausted from talking about anything trauma related. So for me, going into those sessions and being with myself, blindfolded, no device, no nothing, it helps so much to like just really sit and like dive into these things that I need to work through.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hold classes or anything, or is it just for yourself?
Well, I think now that I'm in Florida, I would love to do them. Like, I picture my pool having these beautiful floaties. Yes. And having people come and I do them in my pool.
Like on a full moon or something like that. How beautiful would that be?
Yeah. And no one also prepared me for like making friends in adulthood is hard.
It is hard.
So I want to like kind of call in some friends that I want to be with, and maybe do some sort of dinner or something, or like these breathwork sessions. And So I think maybe now that we're settled, I'll probably plan that in soon.
you know, when you're a kid growing up, it's so easy because you're in soccer or basketball. So you're put into these groups already and you naturally become friends.
Right.
But as an adult, like you're not in those classes anymore. So you have to put yourself there. You have to put yourself in the arena. You have to get out there and
Yeah. It's hard.
It is
so
hard. And it's kind of like, are they going to like me or am I going to like them? I don't know, you know?
Yeah. And just, I'm not like a surface level conversation really.
Yeah.
So just going out for coffee with someone new, it's just like, let's get to it right now. Like, you tell me your deepest
deep
things.
Conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just
tell me all your traumas and everything.
Yeah. What was your childhood? Yeah. Like, tell me all the shit you've been through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm getting better with that. But, you know, I just like to go travel and meet my friends these days because it's like, I just want like-minded people around me.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to scope that out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for being here.
Of
It was
course.
such a great conversation. I
Thank
love
you.
catching up with you. And yeah, you are doing really amazing things, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see this
makeup
candle
to
thing.
chicken manure.
Yeah.
And all in between.
Yes,
Drywall,
and everything in
whatnot.
between.
Yeah.
Chaos always, but it's good.
So
Yeah,
fun.
thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.